And here's your pre-bans, guys. We're getting into our very first match. This is a best of 5 with Sphynx versus TARS. We're getting into it already. The Tian Lang and Sonya are the pre-bans.
Yeah, but definitely was expected to be. Again, TARS taking away that Tian Lang so he can bring in all the units to provide the attack bar. Sphynx, of course, answering back, getting those double speed leads, saying he wants to lock in that turn 1.
Ooh, and I love that TARS is still going to contest with that. We're going to get Chandra and Saga. We have a 24 speed lead on the side of TARS, but we have a 33 and 24 for Sphynx.
Yeah, looking really good right now. Of course, Sphynx taking his time, deciding what he wants to do. 25 seconds to the side. Does he want to keep on pushing the envelope and going for the aggression, or does he want to pivot right now and slow things down? So,
I mean, he could. I do love a good pivot where we pivot into Bruiser and kind of like throw your opponent like off like that. But I don't think Sphynx is going to do that. We have a 24 and a 33, and I think he's still going to take advantage of that. And I think that Zeratu is still good for it, and that Fireback definitely good for these lead skills here.
I'm curious to see if TARS took a look at that first match, seeing the potential Eleanor that he used to kind of counter that Zeratu. Maybe he has one built up, or maybe he's just going to stick on with the aggression like he should.
No, it looks like TARS is going to be bringing that additional speed lead here, and it's going to be a 33. So Vanessa not locked in just yet, but it is being drafted so far with that Giana.
Yeah, I do like what I see on TARS side. You know, after that initial kind of strip of control, we'll have to see what kind of manipulation can be done between Light Ivor and, of course, Chandra with some additional stuns. Sphynx has a couple of course, really strong units in the lineup, and I really am a big fan of this last pick pattern to kind of counteract what we're seeing when it comes to the Giana.
And I couldn't agree more. It does showcase that you are letting the Giana through, unless you know the pad is too good and the patter gets banned out, then you have to ban out that Giana. And the patter does get banned out. The Saga is going to get banned out on the side of Taz. It's 33 speed leads for both players here.
Yeah, I'm thinking TARS is going to get that first turn. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's take a look and see what he got going on. Ooh, it looks like, yes, the Light Eye.
Very tough to be faster than that unit. Yeah. Oh my god, and it lands the stun on the Water Twin Angels.
Yeah, definitely, without question, one of the crucial components of this match. Complete lockdown with the stuns here. Now it looks like we're going to get a defense break here to try to take out that Bayek as soon as possible, Stoic.
Yep, we should be doing a skill 3 here. No sense in to hug anything. I mean, wow, he's going to hug the Giana, even though Giana cycles out of that hug really quickly with the bomb, which is quite interesting. I would have just skill 3 there personally, but hey, Taz is there, and I am not anywhere near where he will ever be.
Right. Sphynx gets a beautiful violent proc here and actually gets a little greedy, going for the Giana, knowing that Chandra could hit him back and do it, but he didn't stun just yet. Sphynx, of course, going skill 3, trying to get a defense break. He's able to land it, but not enough to take out the Light Ivor Star.
Now, almost taking it out, though. So, again, there's not much sustain. The only forms of sustain here is hugging stuff with the Chandra, and, of course, the Vanessa 3rd skill to revive units. But there's 3 huge stuns coming out from these Water Twin Angels, stunning everybody up there. TARS read it. He thought the writing was on the wall just like that. Sphynx is taking a round 1 victory just like that.
Wow, I was not expecting that, but you got to give props to TARS showing the respect by letting the match go and letting Sphynx have it. Mad respect for TARS to do that.
Yeah, I feel like the stuns from the Water Twin Angels is just something he was not prepared for. I think if he had Cigar in his draft, I think Taz would have felt a little bit more comfortable that he had that kind of control there, because I guess Giana was not enough there to really keep the opponent back there. So it may have been those additional turns that he got coming out of the stuns to really turn things around there, because that big 3rd skill was able to cleanse up his Water Twin Angels, and that kind of led into the stunning of the rest of Taz's team. So, hey, that Fire Bayek, it's a very, very good unit, and that is a unit that I don't have. I know you're missing out on Smicer. I'm missing out on a Fire Bayek myself.
Gotcha. Now, let me ask you this, Stoic. When it comes to that match here, is that a situation to where, even though it looks like writing's on the wall, should he just quit that match, or should he just take a second to kind of think of what he wants to do moving forward?
I'm a big fan of that. So, when it comes to tournament style play, I do think you milk the clock and you try to figure it out. Like, if you realize that, like, what should I do? Maybe I should take my time and go into the next match there. But I do think this was a situation of Taz realizing that the writing was on the wall and there was not much that he could do there. And it kind of relied a lot on that Fire Bayek proccing out, cleansing the Water Twin Angels, the Water Twin Angels just shutting it down. And he'd realized that he was going to be losing a unit after that play. So I don't knock him for doing that. I
Yeah.
don't think he was in a position where he needs to think about his next match, but you definitely can utilize that time to think about your next match
Right.
for sure.
Yeah, it does definitely goes to show like how a proc or two or 32 procs can change the outcome of a match here. But let's see what happens for this one here. We got the Season 30 Legend Tournament Final Set 2, TARS versus Sphynx. Sphynx is taking the lead here with a big store.
Look at what Taz pre-banned. He knows that his opponent has the Light Ivor, so he puts it in the pre-ban. Sphynx is going to first pick the Water Twin Angels, and Taz is going to take the Light Vampire away from him.
I like it. I like it indeed. Again, a fantastic unit to throw in the mix here. Of course, Cigar going to be doing work as well. Sphynx is taking his time thinking about what he wants to do. Got 10 seconds to lock it in, and we're looking at the Oliver and Zeratu store.
We are speed contesting, my friend. They are taking these 33s, and they are very worried about this turn one for sure. And I do think TARS wants the Cigar to go through. So I'm curious if Sphynx is, already planning on banning out the Cigar, because I feel like TARS without a Cigar, he's in a really strange situation.
Oh, I think all we got to do is kind of look at the fact that both of these guys are in line with what we're thinking right now, which is let's get this turn one in, let's get it knocked out so we can end this tournament and allow you and myself to go to bed. What do you think about that?
I think that's fantastic. Go Sphynx. Go Sphynx.
Yeah.
Well,
we love you, Taj. We love you, Sphynx.
There.
Turn one. Let's see it. Let's see it.
So Sonya, I do think, is in ban territory right now, which is really good for Taz. If the Sonya is going to be, Sonya is not going to be banned out. We're banning out the 33 speed lead, and Sphynx is going to lose his Water Twin Angels. So we do have turn one going to Sphynx right now. So this is very, very fortunate for Sphynx.
I think that was probably the best ban he could do, but of course TARS still has amazing runes. Is able to snipe out the Zeratu, making it 4v3 for TARS though.
That was incredible. The Sonya, I knew the Sonya was going to be a threatening unit, but then I just thought Sphynx was going to be taking turn one, but that was a very fast Sonya. We know it's going to be built very, very fast there. And look at this just commanding lead. This is exactly what Taz needed to start looking at. Not what we needed, Childish, to make a nice quick night for us, but Taz getting a great start right now.
But you know what, Stoic? It's not about what you need or what I need, but the community needs. What the community needs is a fun match all the way up into the fifth one here. We love to see the back and forth from the players. I couldn't have wrote it a better way.
Yep, I mean, just so much damage going into the Giana. Giana should be dropping shortly. We do have a little bit of sustain when we're talking about Escher here, and that's a wonderful resistance there landing for Taz on his Cigar. So that's going to be it for the Giana. And I don't know if Sphynx has what it takes. So he's able to take out the Sonya, which is very, very good. But let's keep in mind, we're talking about sustain, light vampire. That's very, very tough to handle.
Right. Even if he took out that Sonya, I don't think it still would have been enough. I think that TARS has enough on the playing field to secure this win and move on to set 3.
Yep, and Cigar is one of those units that can really keep back. He's not landing the provokes, but he did get the defense break, and that's a lot of damage coming towards this Oliver here, so he's got to go with second skill. You got to get the glancing out on the field, but it doesn't land on Cigar, and that's where he needed to put it.
Right. Unfortunately, he didn't get a land in it, but again, Sphynx is trying to do work here, trying to get it done, but it looks like he decided to concede. I don't blame him. You know, a 3v2, TARS got damage on his side. And, you know, it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
Yep, damage, sustain, the Cigar. I feel like if Taz can get a Cigar through, he's got a lot of advantage. And I think that really goes to show how strong that unit is. Cigar is a very, very powerful unit. It's part of the trio. When it comes to the trio, I think Cigar is the bigger player there for them to lock in. And Taz is doing wonders with that unit for sure. So he was able to stop his opponent from kind of doing anything. I know towards the end he wasn't landing the provokes, which kept Oliver from doing anything, but that was irrelevant at that point. We had Escher providing sustain, and we had basically the light vampire being volatile in itself there.
Yeah, the volatility of the vampire is second to none. It's an amazing unit. It makes me salty once again that after 10 years of playing this game, I don't have one in my monster box. Come to us, please. Let me get an LD5. Please. I would love one.
I think you're due. You're due. I think you just got to do the scribbles thing and just be like, I'm due, but you're due every day. That's
okay.
You just gotta, you know what I mean?
Just say I'm due and we get it.
Channel it.
Yeah, I'll channel it. Maybe I just make a video, say, I would really like to get that Dark Gojo, and then pop, it comes. I love it. Yeah, we'll go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it worked for Sean B just like that.
I
So
think it
might
did
as
work
well.
for Sean B. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But let's get back into the mix here. Again, we're on the set 3 for the season 30 Legend Tournament, the finals here, TARS versus Sphynx. We have our original ban Stoic.
Yeah, there it is. So the light Ivor catching a ban. So that's the one change here. Sphynx didn't ban out. I think Sphynx banned out Cigar in that first match, where Taz banned out the Tian Lang, which is what he's doing right here. I love that take. Taz taking the Water Twin Angels away. But it's so interesting to see the back and forth pre-bans on the light Ivor.
Yeah, we've been seeing that all night tonight. The give and takes here on these units here. I do like it. It's good to know that they have a ton of runes, because I don't know how these guys do it, being able to rune these units as strong as they do, and just provide a wide kit of units out there to mix it up on these matches here.
Yep. This is so funny to see what's happening right now. And Taz is just taking Sphynx unit. Sphynx is just taking Taz unit. We've got Wind and Bison, who's Cigar on the right side with Sphynx. And he's also taking the 33 speed lead that Taz has been drafting, which is Vanessa.
Yeah, definitely does. His Sphynx is taking his time to think about what he wants to do here. He bringing in the Gaspu. Interesting pick, but either way, we'll see what happens. There's Zeratu, of course, an amazing damage dealer. Let's see if he can combat the Julian that, of course, TARS is bringing store.
Yeah, Gapsu in this Zeratu, reminiscent of Sphynx's match with Killian Bao.
Yep, definitely. Ooh. Interesting last couple of picks here. Something that Sphynx needs to be scared about. He saw that TARS' Sonya was really fast, did a lot of damage here. Despite the speed lead, only having one on his side, he definitely has to be concerned about that Sonya.
Yep, he definitely has to be concerned about it, indeed. And you know what? Leo's going to be the unit, but I do think Leo catches a ban, and it does catch a ban. Water Twin Angel is going to be banned out here. I'm almost a little surprised that we didn't see an HP lead coming up for Doc. I don't know if that's enough for the Zeratu to survive, but there is a Vanessa here keeping this Zeratu alive.
All right, here we go. Sonya getting the first turn. He's going to secure the snipe. He does get it on the Sphynx. Of course, Vanessa is the follow-through to support. Can we get a defense break here? Oh, that's unfortunate stuff.
That makes me feel like it's a despair will Vanessa hoping for the strip stun going onto the Giana. Because he knew that skill was going to be happening no matter what. So Giana is going to be cutting in there and then stunning everybody up. Oh, whoa, Violent Proc almost finishes himself off.
Wow, I cannot believe it. That could definitely turn things around. Getting that Sonya out of there is going to help out Sphynx a ton, Stone.
It is. They're going to be trading units, though. So the Sonya's drops, and then the Zeratu is going to be dropping here. Vanessa still needs to be addressed, because that skill can come back up again. But it looks like Taz is going to be putting his efforts into the Cigar here.
Yeah, I do like what we got left here on TARS side. TARS looking really strong. Sustain, great damage, strip control. All he has to do is land those stuns like he's doing right now, and there's nothing that can stop him, Storm.
That's so much damage being applied to the Scar right now. Let's just keep an eye on this Vanessa. Vanessa needs to get the third skill back up. It will be in 2 turns, though.
Yeah, you're getting the Violent. Okay, so it's going to be coming around. But
yeah,
can we take out this? Can we take out this Cigar, though, to kind of set back that reset?
Oh, no way. No. Oh, he was able to heal it. Nice. Good for Sphynx here.
Sphynx going for the Giana, doing some good damage right now. Let's get an additional turn before she gets stunned there. Cigar, of course, looking to get that reset. Does get it on the Vela Jewel. Looking really good, Stoic.
No, Vanessa's going to be looking for that reset. And, of course, skill 1 going right into the defense rate. No, going for the revive. And is Zeratu going to be enough to take a unit out here? Looking for stun on top of Giana. Does get it. Is this enough damage, though?
I was generally surprised about it. I feel like that was the right play, but still, knowing the attack bars on TAR's side, Sphynx should have known that he was not going to get a turn with that Zeratu. Was that a misplay, or do you think that was just something he had to do to get it out?
No, it could be a misplay, because I wasn't actually expecting him to revive in that moment either. But then again, like maybe he's running out of time and just had to do the revive to pull the attention away from Cigar, but it didn't matter because Julianne ended up violent procking anyways. Julianne killed the Zeratu, violent proc, and it was just more damage coming towards the Cigar if that's what he was trying to do.
Right. Let's see what TARS decides to do. I definitely want to see that Vanessa go down. We don't want to see any more revives on Sphynx side, but we'll have to wait and see if this one gets a violent proc here.
Yep, I think Sphynx looking to lock down this Villagewel here. We do know the Light Vampire can provide lots of damage, but he has to kill some units here for him to move on. Because I don't know if Light Vampire can get through this Gapsu, to be honest.
No, it's going to be a little difficult. It's going to be a little bit. Let's not get it twisted. Light Vampire is a Light Vampire. Okay, Julian can do some work, and that Violent proc is exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly that. It's putting in work here. We're going to see some big damage from skill 2 here. Almost doing away with this Gapsu right away. No stuns are going to matter because Julianne's going to be healing up. Look at the healing that Julianne's able to do, but also think about the attack bar from the Gapsu here.
He has to go skill 2 and get that lucky Violent proc to try to get that locked in. Is he going to get the Violent proc? No luck there.
And TARS is going to be getting the win here. Round number 3.
Match. I'll tell you what, man, that was a good match. A little back and forth. That's what we like to see. Looking really good there. The question is now, Stoic, I'm going to put it up to you because everybody that's watching it right now knows that you are the smart one, okay, when it comes to analyzing these matches post. So you tell the viewers here what kind of adjustments need to be made for Sphynx to come back into this match.
So I feel like Gapsu is definitely a fine unit. You know, I'm not going to mac him at all for like taking a unit like that. What do I want to see there? I feel like I'm thinking of, because we had a bit of a long match here, so it really kind of got to drag out there. But what we did see was a lot of additional turns coming out of that Julianne, and Julianne really pummeled that damage in there. And there was not too much that Sphynx could really do when Julianne provides that much damage and brings, and just happen to get that many violent procs at the same time. But let's put ourselves in Sphynx's shoes. I think Smicer may have been a pretty good unit to bring to the table where the match is going a little bit longer. Smicer's pushing back lots of attack bar, planting bombs, and really trying to disrupt some team there. So maybe not a Gapsu for Sphynx, but at the same time, we had some pretty good moments where Gapsu healed up and clutched up with his passive to bring units back to life. So maybe less violence from a Julianne, so it was just a little unfortunate there for Sphynx.
Right, where's the seal runes? Right, we've seen it in the previous matches. Maybe that will be the key to unlocking the win there, stopping those violent procs.
Maybe, because I am a big fan of Smicer when a match goes long. Because when a match goes long, there's a lot of opportunity for Smicer to turn things around. Because any violent proc is going to result in silences and attack bar reduction, ruining turn orders, and all sorts of things. So maybe Smicer could have helped in a situation like that, or maybe Julianne could have just chilled on the violence.
Let's see what happens here. So Sphynx, of course, getting that first turn, locking in the Water Twins. TARS answering back with the Julian, and it's a card. Now Sphynx taking his time still to figure out what he wants to do. Is this going to be kind of a remake of the previous match, or will this be something different?
Yeah, maybe. I do like this Julianne in the hands of Taz. He's using it very, very well. Sphynx, we are having a repeat match right now when it comes to Sphynx's side, though, with Water Twin Angels, Oliver, and Fire Bayek. And honestly, Vanessa into the Escher, we've seen this already from Taz before.
Yeah, and TARS, again, is super, super fast. A very aggressive composition here, and did work there, if I recall so correctly here. Let's see what Sphynx decided to do. Once again, bringing in the Gapsu and Villagewel. Stoic, do you like these two last picks?
I mean, Gapsu's fine when we're talking about just this Escher on the field, but there's not a ton of I mean, we have sustain when it comes to the Light Vampire's first skill, and Gapsu was still a very tanky, tough to deal with unit, so Gapsu is technically fine here. But now that Giana is going to be the last pick, I feel like your Villagewel's not looking so hot. So are we banning out the Giana?
Yeah, possibly so, yeah. We'll have to see what he decides to do. They got some time to think about it here. 30 seconds in total. I can't wait to see what they decide to ban, Stoic.
Yeah, because if we get that 33 speed lead, or maybe even that 24 speed lead, 33 speed lead, if we're banning out Vanessa, 33 into Water Twin Angels, there's a world that the Water Twin Angels can outspeed this Escher. And the 33 does get banned. We do not see this outspeeding Escher.
I'll tell you what, I wanted to jump the gun and say that Light Julianne was going to get banned there because of what Sphynx has kind of laid out, and I'm glad to see they did it. I think that's really gonna make the change as far as getting the win here. I really do feel like Sphynx did a really good ban there. Let's see if it gives him the win here.
Yeah, so he's boosting up his team, but right away Gapsu will be cutting here, looking for the strip and try to stop this Giana from doing some terrible things to him. But we do have bomb available, and it can only land on the Gapsu with the third skill to stun everybody up here.
I feel like there's going to be a focus on that villager to try to get a reset. Let's see what TARS decides to do. He does go for it, then lands it. Some good provokes there, looking really good for TARS.
Exactly that. Whew, look at that crazy additional damage coming out of that Escher. So much damage going into the defense break on that Fire Bayek, but all the attention right now going into Bayek, and nice additional turns. I think that is enough damage for Giana to drop that unit.
Yeah. TARS is sitting really good right now. 4v3, of course, with that reset. Villager, not too much Sphynx can do. TARS getting an extra bomb on the Gapsu and trying to lock that one down here next turn.
Yep, looking for the provoke as well. A little bit of damage going out here. We have third skill. He can actually reset the Water Tornadoes because he already reset the Villager. That's crazy that he already got that skill up on Cigar.
Yeah, he's moving through those attack flows like crazy. Looks like Sphynx has mixed it up and now working on that Giana once again. Looks like TARS is answering back. It does get the kill on the Water Twins. We're sitting here 4v2. Stoke, what do you think about the match thus far?
Yeah, I think Taz is sitting real pretty right now, and it's the Cigar is, like I said, I think TARS with Cigar, he feels super comfortable. It's the unit that's going to keep him alive. It's going to be the unit that provides all the work and, you know, really handles his opponent. And I think that's something that Sphynx is potentially even pre-banning as we go into the next match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, will there be a match that is the best of 5? I think that is the winning match there for him to secure the finals and the champion, right? That was 3 matches to 1. TARS is our Season 30 Legend Tournament champion.